So in my last video, I talked about early childhood education. I think I did a brief introduction. So today, I want to talk about the components of early childhood, like the main parts of early childhood. What is early childhood all about? When you're talking about early childhood education, what are those main parts? So the first is learning through play. I mean, as simple or basic as this is, it is very important. Early childhood and play. You can't take away play from early childhood. So many people don't want to hear this, especially parents. There are certain times when you get to a classroom and you see the children playing with their materials. It's hard for parents to see that and feel good about it. They'll tell you, why is my child? I'm like, these kids are not playing. They are learning. That is their own way of learning. You can't talk about early childhood education and not talk about play. It is play-based learning. So early childhood is a play-based learning. You learn through play. That's one main part of it. That's one of the components of early childhood education. Learning through play. It is really important. So children learn best when they play. They learn best when they play. For example, play with blocks. It helps their math. Play with blocks help their math. Like, for instance, addition. They can use those blocks as counting materials. And again, it has also helped their problem solving. That same blocks, you can use it for sorting because they have different colors. So if you want them to sort out, okay, the blue group of blue color blocks, a group of red, a group of yellow. So learning through play is really important for them. Okay, so, another example is pretend play. I remember when we were young, we do this mommy and daddy play. We go outside, we play with sand, we play with our cups, or this tin tomato, the tin. So we'll play with it so that's pretend play. Now, as boring as you see that, or you think it's meaningless, for us then it was solid. It was a play that is very solid. Now, taking this to the classroom, pretend play, you see classroom teachers creating a mini market for their students. Now that's pretend play, and such play is very important because it is helping their social skills. They are interacting with their classmates. So the buying and selling, it helps their communication skills. So it is not just play. They are learning. So that is very important. In early childhood education, you can't take away play from early childhood. That pretend play has a lot of the children they speak better. It helps them understand others better. Now it teaches them empathy too. It teaches them empathy. They need to respect how others feel. So the first component is learning through play. That is very important. Now the second one is helping the whole child grow. Learning is not just about reading and writing. Children must grow in every day. All of their activities, growth is very important. So now, early childhood is not just teaching the child how to read and write. Their mind, how they think. Now this includes puzzles, counting, asking questions. I'm talking about the mind. Puzzles, they solve puzzles, they count, they ask questions. Now their body, their movement. Their body, their movement. Running, jumping, holding crayons. That's our fine motor skills. So these are really very, very important in early childhood. So it is beyond just reading and writing. When we're talking about early childhood education, like I said in my last video, it talks about the overall development of the child. So any early childhood educator you see, please give them kudos. They are really doing a lot. Because this aspect of education is very sensitive and there's a lot of work to put in. Yeah? There is a lot of work. So now, early childhood education has a lot of components, and they are very rich. These are just some of them. In my next video, I will share more. Bye.